everybody, welcome back to some Entropia content. I got a bunch of news. Yesterday, last night while I was watching UFC, I was here sweating with a team of people collecting sweat. Let's see how many bottles I collected. Almost 2,000, 1,600, so it's pretty good. Still about 1,000 away from my 10,000 goal to restock my shop, so I'll just check, see what sort of notifications I got. Yeah, I met a cool player named Re yesterday, and he was saying thanks for sweating with me. That was the last one for today for me. Have a nice evening and night. Thanks again. So I'll respond to him. Alright, so I'll just put thanks for the help sweating, good luck. Now, before I get too much into the sweating action, I figure what I'll do is I'm going to head and check to see what situation there is with oil. I don't know, I find the noobs ring tends to have the less amount of people picking up oil. Could be wrong. Maybe a lot of people have been watching my videos lately. Seems this guy with the black pants is always standing there. Never trust those black pants people. Now, back when I first got black pants, they were a little bit rare in the game. I think mine was around 100 ped or so. Now, there is people here picking up the oil. Sons of bitches. So it happens when you do one video showing people where to pick up oil. Next thing you know, there's tons of people there. Now, at least I got one barrel. One barrel's better than none. Now, I figured in most cases it's okay to tell people about the oil rigs here, because it comes out so slow that there is millions of ways you can collect money faster. So you assume that most people that collect the oil here aren't going to be here for very long, unless they're doing it just for fun. Like, I often run around and pick up the barrels just for fun, even if I don't need oil, or if I don't plan to resell it. Well, I'll always need oil eventually, because all the vehicles require it. Now, last night I was sweating while collecting while watching UFC. The UFC wasn't super exciting. I know with the UFC's fascination with stopping fights early lately. A lot of cases there was barely even a hit and they were stopping the fight. And I guess they're trying to save the fighters some concussions, so I can understand why they stop it early, but it is always disappointing when it happens. Alright, so I managed to get a little bit of oil here, but there is quite a few other players picking it up, so I'm going to go check out another location. See if I can find one that doesn't have so many people. Oh yeah, I was supposed to get a hold of Yoshi. Still haven't reached her yet. I'll try again tonight if I can remember. Oh, that was the other thing too. Yesterday was Colin Every Arnold's birthday. My favorite sweater in the game. So big shout out to her if she watches the show at all. Happy birthday. Sorry I forgot, a day late. I actually did remember, but when it came time to record the show, that's when I forgot. No, I hope she had fun for her birthday yesterday. I didn't see her collecting sweat at all. So maybe she had some family plans. I think her husband Percy plays the game too. Though I never see him sweating. Now last night I had the reoccurring dream again. It was kind of weird because I've been smoking cannabis, so normally I don't have too many intense dreams, but no, last night I still did. It was that one where I was stuck in a government facility, and there's a whole bunch of people all walking around in like hospital gowns. And they were getting tests done, like injections of certain things. And I was in the lab trying to escape without getting an injection. Now it was interesting in the dream. Every time there was a window, I would look to see if I could try to break out through the window, climb down the pipes or something. And I think for one part of the dream, I started to escape out of the lab, or whatever this place is. And I would run across the top of the office stanchions. But yeah, and I remember in the dream last night too, I avoided the line that had people getting injections. And then I managed to sneak back into the line with people that had been leaving the injection place. So I was like, hey, maybe I can just leave and avoid getting the injection. Yeah, so in most cases what happens is I end up escaping out the window. Forget how, if it's like screens can't hold me or what it is. Now I wonder what a repeatable injection dream is all about, right? Are people going to be forced to get injections against their will? Now I've gone and got injections that I didn't want at the hospital before, so I'm thinking, geez. It's usually that MRI machine, they always try to give you an injection. And then I looked it up and I found out they don't even need to inject you. They can give you an MRI without any injections. So that's why I was thinking every time I go for an MRI, I want the kind that has no injections. Like I don't mind occasionally getting zapped with magnetic fields or whatever, but injections with radioactive material, that's the ones I kind of try to avoid. Hey, there was some caution sticker. See, I don't get it why there's so many people at the oil rig running around picking up oil when the markup on oil is very small. But if you come here to the oil or Lemmy's Motorhead Keg Stadium, it's loaded with kegs, and oh, here's the same guy with the fucking axe. No, it's like when you come here, everything you pick up has 200% markup, so you're getting double the amount. Seems like we got some deer up here. Wonder if they're guarding any barrels or kegs. Now I plan on watching the UFC games a little bit tonight, or not UFC, NBA. Although I heard the NBA rankings are going down the toilet because they're doing too much politics in it. So I'll try to keep politics out of my show. I'm sure everyone's sick about voting. To be honest, I'm kind of sick of the voting options these days too. I look at all the leaders we have choices for to vote, and it's pretty much a list of like the people I least want to lead us. So I'm thinking, dear God, I don't know what's going on. What's happened to our voting choices where we don't even get a choice that's good anymore? And really, the only person we have to blame for that is ourselves, because if you want someone good to vote for, you should run. What happens is the people that end up running are already so rich that they've gone corrupt. It looks like I'm not going to get much kegs of oil here or kegs of beer because some person's already here picking it up. So I'll get going. Time to get going. That's what I always say to my uncle. Seems like he's stuck in the reminder mode where he remembers when he used to go to school and different programs, and he always had to get going. So a lot of times he's like, oh, I gotta get going, I gotta get going. So that's what I like to try to do, is encourage him these days. Instead of fighting him to go to the washroom, I'll be like, come on man, it's time to get going. Sometimes that gets him in the mood where he's like, yeah, he should get going. And I'm trying to think of what other news I had from Entropia lately. Yesterday's video I proposed the question if Mindark or the game should add more paranormal content, like UFOs, Bigfoot, ghosts, different mysteries that we could try to solve. I think that'd be kind of neat. Not many people responded, but a lot of people put a like to it, so I don't know if that means they would like it or they're just liking the video in general. My finger pain is almost 100% gone today from those blisters. I don't know, those are the worst blisters I've ever had. It's probably because I got dirt in them, but they fucking stung like a bitch for like a week. Could barely even move my hand for half the time. I was like, how the fuck am I going to practice for disc golf? Can't even move my hand. Now I was thinking somewhere around this ice place, I happened to find a UFO base. There was a UFO alien autopsy occurring. I went there and took some screenshots, but now I can't remember where it is. All I remember is it was somewhere in this ice place. Holy fuck, is it getting hot in here? Man, I got my window open for fresh air, but man, it's fucking hot already. Yeah, guys, lately I've been doing the free Bitcoin spins, trying to get my Bitcoin account up. Try to reach 1 Bitcoin, my ultimate goal. And I learned more about Bitcoin and currency and how it works. I don't know if anyone remember in the video I kept calling the small Bitcoins mini Bitcoins. I found out what their official name is. They're called Satoshi. And I think it's called Satoshi because of, was it the Japanese guy who invented Bitcoins? So anyways, that Satoshi, that's what the fuck killed me? Looks like some PvP avatar hunter person killed me. So I don't know, it said someone killed me and just left a blank. And whoever killed me in 1 hit, so they're pretty strong. Now the fucking wolf will kill me because I have no health. Son of a wolf. Screw off, wolf. I am tempted to do the no cannabis, try some more dream experiments, see what the dreams will tell me next, but I don't know, those escaping medical facility dreams kind of freak me out, so I don't know if I really want to explore those ones. Now I was thinking those dreams were over after the pandemic was over, and they did actually die down for a bit, didn't have one for a while. But now they're back, so I'm thinking, whatever is going on these days, it's still a risk. They're going to try to forcefully inject people. A whole hospital full of them. I don't know, I've always been a little bit weary of injections, because I know there is an organization of people that want the world population to have like a 90% fatality event to occur, and they're going to go to pretty extreme measures to make sure it happens. I'm not trying to say that they're going to inject people and that's how they plan to reduce the population, but I don't know, it makes me a little suspicious, to say the least. Like, I don't mind injections for like pneumonia vaccines or something with like 100 years of trial and error, making sure that these things don't kill people or don't cause too many horrible side effects. So yeah, that's what I kind of like about injections that have been tested a long time. I don't want to be the first person to test new injections. If other people are into being the first to test it, all the power to them. It's nice. Oh, fucking son of a bitch. Who the fuck killed me now? Here, I was right about to go pick up some fucking oil. Goddamn piece of shit kills me. Oh, fucking piece of shit. That goddamn wolf killed me. And that son of a bitch with the axe fucking came and took the fucking oil. Goddamn, for that, it just makes me want to take my fucking gun, kill the son of a bitch. Fucker. Yeah, what a jackass, man. When you see someone else going to pick up oil, and you fucking run and grab it from them, you fucker. God damn it. Oh, man. That's one thing that pisses me off in this game, those fucking wolves. Like, how the fucking hell is a wolf killing me? I have way more health than a fucking wolf can kill. Piece of shit. So that's one thing I hate about the PvP areas. I don't mind it when people share the oil and get the oil that's near them. When they start running around and trying to force other people to fucking waste their time, that's when it really fucking pisses me off. I better fucking leave this area before I fucking get out my gun and just fucking kill the shit out of that fucker. Steal my oil, you sons of bitches. Yeah, I think I need my vape soon. So that's the one good thing in Never Die or Entropia designed about these oil rigs, is making it PvP. So that way when someone takes your shit, you can just fucking kill them. Those fuckers! Let's try to be nice and work together with people. Yeah, I hope everyone else is doing pretty well. I've been trying to decide whether or not I should invest in my pool house or just keep my life savings in an account and collect interest very slowly. It is kind of a hard choice to make, because I know if I just keep my life savings stored away, even if I try to reduce my spending, eventually that's going to run out. So I was thinking, geez, once it runs out, it's going to suck. I should really have another source of income coming in. That's the thing, if I build the pool house and have a place people can stay, and I won't be like renting it out monthly, but maybe occasionally someone wants to come from another place and stay for a while, then I'll have it set up, and maybe I can start bringing a little bit of income in that way, having a place to stay, people renting it just for a weekend or something. And who knows, a lot of cases when I'm having people over to stay, it's just my friends and I need an extra place to stay. And I was thinking, man, if I build that pool house, the top floor, I'll be able to have as a nice place to relax, sleep, without being inundated by cigarette smoke. And to have a little bit of privacy would be nice, to have my own place again. And the biggest thing I was thinking, the second floor for the pool house, I'm thinking maybe I'm going to paint the whole thing green, turn it into a massive green screen studio. So for my show, I'll be fucking living the dream. I'll be not having to fight with computers and using artificial green screens. Well, I probably still will use it, but it'll be nice to be able to do running around shots, walking around shots. Oh yeah, and I was finishing talking about the Bitcoin lottery free spins. Yeah, only if it wasn't for that fucking wolf, man. I swear to God, like, for some reason I just died for no reason. The person that killed me, they didn't tell me who it was. And that fucking wolf, man, finished the job because I was running around with no health. Piece of fucking shit. I know, like, 1 barrel of oil doesn't really matter. It's pretty much worthless, but man, just pisses me off when another character runs over to the item you're trying to pick up and grabs it from beneath you. That's a fucking piss off move. Like, I don't know, I like to see it when Entropians work together. When we fucking start stabbing each other in the back, that's when it fucking pisses me off. I don't know, cases like this, when something like that happens, it makes me want to take like 1,000 ped, go into space, and just fucking start stealing everyone's fucking shit. It's like, make sure to like, become a pirate and just loot everyone. And I'll try to be nice, not become a pirate. God, it's so tempting though. Alright, yeah, so this Satoshi Bitcoins, I was talking about these mini Bitcoins that are called Satoshi. I was trying to figure out, like, how many of them do I have to build up before it's actually worth something? Then I found out the answer to that yesterday. Turns out that if you have 10,000 Satoshi, it works out to $1 approximately US. Actually, a little bit higher than that, like 115 or something, but still, it's like 10,000 Satoshi is basically $1. So when it comes to the earn Bitcoin free lottery, or not, yeah, the free lottery, it's going to take a while to build up that much. Maybe if you do a little betting, you can get it up there faster. But anyways, to earn the Bitcoin thing, if you have a balance of 30,000 Satoshi, that's when you start collecting 4% interest. So really that's my goal, is to reach 30,000 Satoshi so I can start gaining money off my investment, or my savings. It's not really an investment. It is kind of an investment, but one that I earn for free, or for doing a whole bunch of work with referrals. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at now. Now I know what the mini Bitcoins are called. They're called Satoshi. Now I know how many of them I need to reach a dollar. I need 10,000. And yeah, I was thinking yesterday, I was trying to get my account up to 3,000 Satoshi. That was my goal. Guess what I'm fucking at this morning? Well, I'll wait to show you till it's my free spin. But dear God, man, I can't thank my referral guys enough. Like, I have an army of, let's see how many referrers now. Right, my reward points, like just the reward points I'm getting, are almost at 1,000. They're at 928. So that's a little indication of how fucking my referrals have been going. Yeah, my total referrals are up to 11 now. And one of the people that's so good at fucking making money on this free Bitcoin, he's already paid me over 3,000 Satoshi just in the fucking commission. So I was like, dear God, that guy's amazing. He's kicking ass for the second place. Second place person's at 700 Satoshi they've earned me. Third place is 320 Satoshi. Fourth place is 260. Oh, I'm reading it in the wrong order. So anyways, man, that's a lot of fucking Satoshi my referrals are bringing in. So I really thank you guys. Like, I don't know, I was hoping to find different ways to make money or help offset the costs for my show, because running the fucking internet is really expensive. I think I'm paying close to $100 a month now for internet. Hey, let's see. Let's close my conversation with Ryu. And I would read the other things, but they're not spawning. Oh, they're there. Yeah, it's just some notifications about leaving land areas. Now some fucking bastard's gonna steal your oil soon. Now, no offense to that guy who's into oil stealing. I know sometimes people like to steal items from other people as like a joke in a game. Dear God, man, it's not the game I like to play. Now, it brings back good and bad memories. One of the incidents I had trying to pick up items fast. I was doing this contest for my society around Camp Icarus. And what my society leader did was he was wealthy, and what he would do for prizes is he would find a spot around Camp Icarus, or not Camp Icarus, Port Atlantis. He'd walk around the city, and then he'd find a spot, like under a staircase or something, and he would just load it with items. He would put like a vehicle for free, whole bunch of weapons, cash, oil. He would just make a big fucking pile of it on the ground. And then the comments, he'd be like, hey, if anyone can find the pile of loot, it's yours. So everyone would be running around the city to try to find it. What do you know, I fucking managed to find the loot pile. So I ran up to it and started to try to pick everything up. And then there was this other Uber player that was watching where I was running, followed me and found the loot pile too. And she starts picking up the items like 10 times faster than I could. And then it was after I found out that she had key mapped one of the buttons to be pickup. So here I was trying to use the mouse and pick everything up, and it was going so slow. And then she's just at the pile and the fucking pile's gone like that. She picked everything up. I was thinking, dear God, here's this Uber player that had been playing for years, and they just fucking soaked up the loot pile that was for my society's noobs. And I was still a noob at that time, so I was like, holy shit, I wanted these items so bad because I needed them to get my account going. Because the fucking goddamn controls in Mindark wouldn't let me pick everything up in time. So now that kind of brings back memories. Every time someone fucking goes to grab my shit, it's like the post-traumatic stress experience. That fucking Uber player robbing all my shit. It's like technically she wasn't robbing it because it was open to anyone who could find it. But I was thinking, dear God, since I found it first, I should have had all those items. Fucking stupid controls wouldn't work and I couldn't pick it up. Yeah, so after, that's when I key mapped the pickup button so that when I wanted to pick up stuff fast again, I never have that fucking problem. But what do you know, Mindark fucking changed the fucking button, so now I don't have that anymore. And I could just key map it again, but fuck man, key mapping takes forever. I don't want to be fucking key mapping every time I play the game. If I wanted to be playing a key mapping game, I'd go play some fucking emulators. You ever notice that? Sometimes you go to emulate some old games on your computer that you own the copies of. And when it comes time to using the controller, they want you to key map all the controls. And then you realize that by the time you finish key mapping the controller, it's taking you like 2-3 hours and you don't have any time to play the game anymore. So really, the whole game you played was key mapping. And key mapping is not a game I like to play. I like things to be just mapped already. I don't want to be fucking custom key mapping shit. I just want the same controls consistently, everyone to have the same ones. So I don't know. This whole key mapping option is kind of neat, but I don't want to be repeatedly doing it. I want to key map my keys once in Entropia, and I don't want to fucking key map them ever again. None of this, oh, we've changed the controls, now you have to fucking re-key map everything. If I wanted to fucking play a key mapping game, I would go fucking play a key mapping game. I would just turn Entropia off. Sorry to be a little bit cranky. Yeah, so I'm thinking if I build this pool house, I'm going to run my savings down to really close to empty. Hopefully I won't actually go into debt building this thing. That's what I'm really worried about. Oh. Man, do I ever need some fresh weed? This old stale weed is so harsh now. It tastes like fire every time I take a hoot. I don't want to be inhaling fire. No, but some of my indica plants are actually almost done outside. They've got a few more weeks. Maybe 2 weeks, I don't know. So I used to follow the instructions for how to dry weed or how to cure it. Some people are saying it takes months and months to fucking dry and cure their weed. But then I got this method that I use online. People are like, just hang your buds upside down for a week, 7 days. So I tried that. Even with my 40-pound nug, it still dried in almost a day or 7 days. Now, if anyone's wondering, the biggest weed nug I ever grew, sort of like, you know, they do the squash competition so you can grow the biggest fucking fruit or squash or whatever. So I did that little competition with myself to see how big I could fucking grow a pot plant. So the first trick I did was I kept the pot plant indoors on a vegetative light cycle for like a year. So it was like, it was just growing and growing and growing, and I never let it allow it to go into bud. So it just kept growing. And I fucking got the stalk on it like thick. Like I'm talking like almost as thick as my wrist thick. That's how fucking thick the stalk was. And then when it came time for summer, like you can put plants outside and have them stay in vegetation. That's what I did. So I think it was like the first week of June or something like that. Anyways, yeah, so that's what I did, is I put it outside, and then it grew the whole summer again because it was still in vegetative state. The annoying part was, I never realized it, when you grow a big pot plant, you're constantly having to check the plant and prune it and stuff. But when it became 14 feet tall, I didn't have any ladders long enough to reach the top. So I really couldn't prune the plant or trim it. That was one of the issues. Then when it came time to the end of the season, it had too many leaves because I didn't prune it, and it started getting bud rot. So even though the fucking plant was giant, it had these wicked ass giant buds, they all started to rot. And then what happened is, when I noticed the rotting, it was when I got a ladder and started to get closer to the top to see what the hell was going on up there. And it was annoying too, because I didn't want to draw too much attention to my plants. Like grabbing a ladder and fucking climbing it makes it look like you're doing like a lot of attention to something. Yeah, so anyways, the fucking, what do you know, the fucking week that I need my plant to dry to harvest it, it just fucking poured rain non-stop every day for like a good week and a half. And I was like, man, I can't leave my plants outside in this rain any longer because their fucking buds are all dying from mold. So I had to harvest my plant in a fucking thunderstorm, middle of a thunderstorm, just pouring rain. So that's when I had to fucking harvest it. And you could tell that's not good for the crystal content, because like you're supposed to have your buds dry, and that makes them really crystally. So I fucking wasted it by fucking harvesting it in a goddamn thunderstorm. You know, and then when I started picking off the rotted bud, there was so much of it, I wasted tons of the bud just from rotting. And man, when your bud starts to rot, you wouldn't believe how fast it spreads. You can lose your whole harvest in no time. So anyways, when I took out the luggage scale and tried weighing this plant, you could obviously tell 14 feet tall, I couldn't carry it in all at once. It was actually too heavy. It's like when I tried lifting it, I couldn't lift it. So I was like, what the fuck? So I cut the plant in half and then carried it in. And when I weighed the one bud, it was like bigger than my leg and thigh, like lengthwise and thickness. And the whole plant, like wet, stalk and all, weighed over 40 pounds. So I was like, holy shit, that's quite the harvest. But like what people say, when you dry weed, obviously it gets weighed lighter. It didn't weigh 40 pounds when it was done. I don't even think I recorded the measurement when it was done, but I think it was still a few pounds. But definitely not 40 pounds. Now, if people are wondering, the weed, it didn't even taste very good because I used Miracle Grow, and because it had grown too long, it went moldy. So that whole experiment of growing the giant pot plant, as big as it was and how cool it was still a waste. What I ended up doing is saving the weed and just making edibles with it, because smoking it didn't taste the greatest. I did separate all the nugs that had mold on them and put them in a moldy batch to see if I could recover any of it, but I don't know. Wasn't really much to save. Now, thank God, in total, I think I only lost maybe about 10 ounces to mold. which sounds like a lot, but when you're comparing it to pounds and pounds, it wasn't actually that much. Now, the funny part too is I would, like, people wanted to see pictures of my plant to see how big it had grown, and I would show them a picture of like me standing next to it, or like even the ladder next to it for a bit of scale. And people would always respond. They'd be like, "Where's the pot plant?" I'd be like, "It's the fucking giant plant I'm standing next to." And they're like, "No, the pot plant, not the trees behind you." I'm like, "Those aren't trees, that's my pot plant." Yeah, it was funny because everyone's like, "There's no way that can be a pot plant." Everyone kept assuming pot plants would get maybe like 5-6 feet tall. Like, fucking 14 feet, this is a tree. And it was funny because I could climb up a step ladder and I still couldn't see the top. Yeah, so if anyone's wondering if like growing 4 plants in Canada is enough to supply you, well, fuck, if you make each plant 14 feet tall, it's definitely more than enough. Holy shit, this is so harsh, it feels like I'm inhaling fire. Alright, clearly I have had enough. If I cough from the vaporizer, that's when I call it quits. The whole purpose of the vaporizer is supposed to be smoother. Now, a buddy of mine came over the other day. He wanted to try the vaporizer. I think I let him try it once before, so he knew that it was way stronger. He'd been smoking a little bit of joints. He's like, "Man, can I get one hoot of the vaporizer just to like feel the difference?" I'm like, "Alright, man, I'll brew you up a fucking hit of the vaporizer." So I brewed him up a fucking huge hoot, gave it to him. And normally he like has a little bit of coughing issues with smoking and stuff. He takes back the vaporizer hoot. It was just like fucking smooth as ice. He's like, "Woo, tastes so good." I'm like, "Yeah, it's like the vaporizer hoot, even though it's like a thick bong hoot, it tastes like fresh weed. It doesn't have any burning taste to it at all. So it's like the fucking first hoot of a joint, but for the whole bottle." Yeah, so I give it to him and he's like, "Holy shit." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "I can't drive home anymore." I'm like, "Oh, just eat some food, a couple hours later, you'll be good." He's like, "No, man, I'm wasted." He's like, I'm calling Uber." I'm like, "Okay, well, that's a good idea. You can just park your car here. Definitely don't want you to be driving intoxicated." But I was kind of surprised, right? Like, he went from being barely able to feel the weed that he wanted a stronger buzz, same weed, just through the vaporizer, and he's fucking hammered to the point where he couldn't even drive. So not to toot my own horn, but just be careful when you're trying the Extreme Q for the first time. Well, what happened is the timer just expired on the Bitcoin lottery spin. So if anyone wants to join me for a free spin, they no longer have the CAPTCHA button. I don't know if that's permanent change or it's just temporary. Now you can just click roll. And I'm at 6,952 Satoshi. That's fucking insane, right? Oh, I'm at 69 Satoshi. I want to keep it at that number. Yeah, so, yeah, you can tell my Satoshi balance is going up like crazy now. The people that have been signing up to my referrals, I think they doubled my account in Satoshi in one day, just from how much they've been winning. So big shout out to my referral people, you guys kick ass. Can't believe how much Satoshi you're making me. Now for a while I was thinking reaching the 3,000 or 30,000 Satoshi would take a long time. But now that I'm like doubling my Satoshi almost every day, I'm starting to think, geez, this 30,000 Satoshi, I think I can do it in under a year. Holy fuck, yeah. I was checking like the referrals page for that free Bitcoin. Obviously it lists how many referrals you got. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then it's like, do you want a breakdown of your referrals? So I'm like, okay, what is that? So I click on it. Not only does it show your referrals, but it shows you each day how many people have clicked your referral link, how many came and browsed the website, and then how many actually signed up. So I was like, holy shit, I didn't know like other people have been coming here and didn't sign up. So I started checking how many people are using my referral link, and it was over 100 people have already used my referral link. But the retention rate was 11%, like 11 people signed up. So I'm sitting at a roughly around 11% referral rate. I was like, holy shit, it's like I didn't know that I was going to be able to get 100 people here to check it out. So I was thinking, too bad, if each one of those 100 people had signed up, I'd be fucking raking in the Satoshi. Like, even at 10 people, it's like a small army helping me collect Bitcoin. I really hope that they link Bitcoin to Entropia again in the future. If Neverdie is able to make that plan continue. It might be a bad plan, but I don't know. Just because I have Bitcoin now, I'd like to get it into Entropia. I guess obviously I can cash out the Bitcoin and then just buy PED. God, I hate buying PED. Alright, yesterday what I did is I got my progress bar. I opened it so I could show everyone how many sweat points I have now. I'm at 4,215. And for level, I'm at 36.83. I'd like to reach my age for my sweat thing, so I'll have to get it up to 40. Beamer used to joke about that. He's like, Lee, you got me an advantage there. He's like, there's no way he was going to reach level 90 sweat gather. Man, I miss Beamer. He's been gone quite a few months now, but still remember him here in the game like it was yesterday. Oh well, try not to get too sad about it. Really, the way the universe works, we're all going to be there eventually. No, what was it? I had someone in the comment section being a hater. They're saying something about they wish I would die. And I'm like, don't worry, man, you'll get your wish. Everyone dies. It's like, how nice. People already wish my death. That's kind of interesting. Like, do you imagine someone's YouTube channel? Not only do you dislike it, but you dislike it enough that you log on to it daily to make fun of it. I was kind of thinking it's not so bad, because one of the tricks I learned in radio, they say if you have for every hater that's dedicated, you usually have about 100 dedicated viewers that like your show. They said normally if someone like hates your show, what was it? If you only, I can't remember, something about if you only have haters? No. Anyways, yeah, so they're saying don't get too upset if you have haters. At least it shows that people are getting your show's attention, or your show's getting people's attention. They're saying normally if you don't have any haters, it's a bad sign, because they're like, oh, no one's even listening enough to dislike it. Alright, so I could show off some of the other skills that you get. You can see you get intelligence. My avatar is very intelligent from years and years of sweating. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Gotta get a quick message from my sponsor. Today's show was brought to you by Crack. Crack, it'll fuck you up. Alright, welcome back everyone. My sponsor seems a little bit out of it today. Are you on something? Wish I could be on more, but fuck man, Vaporizer's made it too harsh. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is probably going to try to cut back on vaporizing. Wait till I get some fresh weed to harvest. Try vaporizing it nice and fresh, well, after drying it for 7 days. Yeah, who figured, like all those people that are saying that they cured their nugs for months or whatever? I'm not really a big believer in that, because I've tried the whole process of curing nugs in jars, and I found the longer your nug stays in a jar, the harsher and harsher it gets, to the point where it fucking becomes so harsh you can't even smoke it. So I was like, shit, like keeping your weed in jars is probably one of the worst things that you could do. Like, I don't know, this fascination online where people are filling up nugs with jars, or jars with nugs. I'm thinking what it is in those situations, that people live in an apartment, that has like really strong cold air conditioning so that their jars are staying like in a cool environment the whole time. But in practical terms, most people don't have air conditioning, so the place you're storing those jars is just going to be a fucking sauna for some parts of the year. Man, does that ever destroy your weed. So like now every time that I get lots of weed, I'm just shrink wrapping it and fucking freezing it. Like no screwing around, because I've had weed in the freezer stay good for years compared to jars where I can barely get a few months before it goes bad. Like the last fucking weed I put in the jars I bought from the government, and it went bad in the jars within like a day or two. So then I had a whole fucking ounce left that I couldn't taste. It fucking harsh as hell because it was stupid and put it in jars. I should have been smart and just put it in the fucking fridge right away. Alright, it's looking like I haven't had much in the way of shop sales the past 2 episodes. What day is it today? Today's Sunday, so hopefully some more events will happen at Camp Crunk and people will go shopping. Help buy my blueprints so we can get up to the 1,000 ped crafting run trick. Sorry guys, it seems like I'm starting to get my seasonal allergies kicking in. Fucking getting a runny nose. Alright, so yeah, I've got 214 ped there. 200 now. And I think, oh yeah, wasn't my metal residue selling today? Oh yeah, I had some good news, bad news from... Fuck off. Can you just show the stuff I want? I don't want to see chats. Now I was selling my bonding liquid on Cyrene, hoping I could get a decent price. What do you know? It's not selling. So my whole plan of crafting everything from yellow crystals to super adhesive into bonding liquid so that I could sell the bonding liquid. Well, the last phase looks like it's about to fail. Only a few minutes left. So it kind of sucks. Now I'm going to have this bonding liquid and I'll probably end up shipping it from Arcadia or Cyrene to here. Then I don't know if I'll just trade terminal it or I'll probably try to sell it still for the markup because it is really high markup. It's just no one's buying it. I wish I had a Cyrene shop so I could put it for sale there. Yeah, and then the other thing I have is the Zorn Star, only if I didn't buy it. Like I'd have an extra 106 ped. The whole reason I bought it is because of that blueprint on Cyrene. It turned out you can't even use it. It's fucking broken. So now I'm losing all this money on the Zorn Star, all because of that. Thanks, Cyrene. It's not just your guys' fault. It seems like every planet owner has some fucking glitch on their planet that just makes people lose ped like crazy. I don't know if why they don't fix those glitches. Like here's the one on Next Island. You go there and try to loot the mankinis to sell in your shop, bring them back to your shop. You can't fucking trade them. It's like, you pieces of shit. Fucking wasted so much ped on that. Like really, I'd be doing the 1,000 ped crafting trick like fucking 2 weeks ago. But all because of the fucking can't sell the mankinis fucked over my entire account. Like I had my account on a pretty strict ped flow and spend. So how much I'm spending I can recoup back. But fuck, all it takes is one big crafting mission where I craft shitloads of items that I can't resell. Don't find out till after and I'm fucked. Now I'm looking at like years to recover in the game because I don't have a deposit coming in. Unless I have fucking Entropia partners. Now I used to be able to deposit into the game, but man, my finances haven't been the greatest, so I can't be pumping money into Entropia anymore. Or at least I can, but it has to be from Entropia partners. So at least I'll get a few $100 a year from that coming in. So it's not like I've gone completely no deposit, but it's pretty dang close. I don't know, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with those mankinis. Maybe I'll meet a viewer of the show who's willing to take a chance on them. Buy them up for cheap and then hope that the game allows them to be sold one day. If I had to guess, Never Die's working on a plan for that, I hope. I don't know what Never Die's been doing lately. I know he had some movie that was coming out. To be honest, I've never really been a fan of movies and Hollywood and all that, so when I hear someone's into the movies, it doesn't really pique my interest that much, but I don't know, there was a time that Hollywood and movies and stuff were really cool. I liked watching them. I don't know, when did movies die for me? I think it was about the mid-90s. About 95, 96. After that, I really didn't like movies anymore. There's the occasional movie I like, but it's maybe like 1 in 100. I don't know, something happened in Hollywood where they changed their writing style. Like even The Matrix. The Matrix was one of my last favorite movies. It's like you used to be able to go to the movie theater, see a movie happening and be like, wow, I wonder what's going to happen. I find a lot of cases when I go to movie theaters today, or back when I used to go to movie theaters, about halfway through the movie, or sometimes even like just the first few minutes, you already have the whole movie figured out, what's going to happen. Bad guy's going to fucking run away with some girl, or in these days it's fucking some girl's the hero we're supposed to watch, some fucking feminist propaganda shit. Like, I don't mind if the girl's the hero occasionally in movies, but when it's over and over and over again, it's like the exact opposite of what I'm raised on. So to me, it doesn't resonate well. I don't know, maybe future generations where they're more accustomed to women being the heroes and saving the day all the time. It just seems the opposite of what I like to watch. And not to say that women couldn't be the hero in the movies that I used to watch, but usually it was some sort of switch. Like, Luke Skywalker would try to be the hero, but then Princess Leia would turn out to be smarter and actually be the hero. But then Luke would go back and collect all the rewards like he was the one who did it. So in a way, it was some sort of sly plot involved. Not where it's just some feminist going, oh, men are shit and useless, look at me, I can do everything, and that's the story. It's like, I don't know. To me, that just doesn't really float my boat. Like, I guess really if a feminist movie wanted to hook me, then they would have to have the female hero get saved by a man at some point, and then be like, oh, then go back to her being the hero, so there's some sort of switch element involved. It's like when that whole switch part doesn't occur, it just doesn't seem as entertaining. It's too predictable, right? I guess really you could predict the switch happening, but usually there's always some sort of strange way it could occur that you never saw coming. Like Princess Leia, she turned out to be pretty good with the phaser or whatever and was able to shoot people. Where Luke was using that stupid lightsaber and fucking could barely kill one person with it. Alright, so looks like this Entropia stuff. I think I've relaxed enough now I can go and collect some more stuff. I'll try to stay clear of that guy with the fucking axe that's stealing shit from players right underneath them. I guess to his fair thing, he really didn't see that I'd already tried picking up that oil multiple times. That fucking wolf killed me. That son of a fucking bitch wolf. Like, I should be able to take 1,000,000 hits from that wolf before I fucking die. I can't believe he fucking killed me. Now, the thing that really pisses me off is I wanted to stay in that ice place and look around for that UFO, but now I just don't want any part of it. Like, I don't want to get a fucking ulcer and fucking get all pissed off at some person who's fucking stealing items. Yeah, and to his fairness, he didn't really see that I've been trying to pick up that fucking barrel. Stupid wolf kept killing me. You know what I really hate? Is when I record a whole stream and this tracked mission thing is just up here showing nothing. So it's like, if you're gonna fucking go on the screen and take up real estate, at least show you something. If it's just gonna say question marks and show nothing, they should have some sort of feature to get that fucking shit off the screen. God damn. Alright, clearly I need to go make something for breakfast. Try to be a little bit less cranky. Alright, here's some oil to cheer me up. Alright, I'm happy again. Also needed my fix of oil. Oh yeah, getting lots of oil today. Now I think, yeah, for today's agenda, as soon as I get offline, I'm going to try messaging Yoshi and see if I can get a ride on the mothership sometime. Then I'll have to try to try to record the show at that time when I can get on the mothership. Holy fuck, Oil City. Right, this is the game paying me back for that little stressful oil incident. Thank you, game. I love you now. Fuck you, I'm not authorized to pick up oil. Piece of shit. Right when I'm thanking the game. It's like, oh, you're gonna thank me, are you? Now I bet you what happened is someone's camping the oil. Then I came while they were waiting for it to respawn. So that's sometimes what I do when I'm at the oil rig. I'll just wait near the entrance to it, then come back in like 10 minutes and pick up all the oil that spawned. Here we go. Oil City. Woohoo! Yeah, sorry to bitch and complain about my ped balance being so low. I'm sure I'll be able to recover it soon. The way people are buying stuff from my shop now, it's really helping. I'm gonna have to get some more sweat stocked. If anyone has some sweat they want to sell for 1 ped a K, just give me a shout. Try to meet you at Rocktropia. I might have to take some Sudafed or some decongestant of some type before I record the next show. It's getting really hard to breathe through my nose. Could be the extra pollen from my plants. My plants do have a lot of pollen right now. I even got some flowers that are Rosa Sherrids, and they have a lot of pollen. And the fucking bugs and our bees are just going to town eating it. Alright, that was a pretty good haul of oil. Let's check what I got there. Alright, so we got 24 pack of oil. That wasn't too bad. Over almost 2K sweat, but the sweating I did mostly while you guys were gone. So you can see when you're on the planet Rocktropia, there definitely is a few methods to get ped coming in. Sweating is definitely not the only one. Got the motorhead kegs, fucking 2 oil rigs. Could even drop some mining probes with the rookie finder in hell. Make a profit from that, surprisingly. See, I don't think the oil ever really spawns down this ramp very far. Now, tomorrow's episode, I don't know if I'll get a hold of Yoshi yet. I think she's usually pretty busy running the mothership, but I'll see what I can do. Now, if anyone wants to continue to help out, I've got my Bitcoin account growing bigger and bigger, and anyone who does those free spins helps me out. So if you want to follow the referral link for free Bitcoin, start doing your free spin every hour. I'll start giving you shout outs on the show, because you'll be on that referral list raking in the money for me. Look at all the oil here today. This is just ridiculous. It's almost as good as the free Bitcoin. Actually, I think this picking up the oil is faster than collecting the free Bitcoin, unless you have referrals helping you. Alright, so yeah, thanks for the free Bitcoin. Oh yeah, my Patreons too. Big shout out to them. Thanks everyone who's helping with Patreon. I've got a $1 a month category for people who want to be a regular supporter. $1 a month doesn't sound a lot, guys, but if I start getting a bunch of people all chipping that in, I'll be able to even cover my internet costs soon. Now my internet bill is almost upwards of $100 a month, so if I could get 100 people on Patreon for $1 each, boom. I think that's pushing it a lot for the video game content, but once I get my vlogs going, you just wait, guys. I'm lucky that I live in a city that has a lot of entertaining stuff to vlog, so I won't be running out of vlogging ideas. We got some pretty wild architecture, ancient sites, Freemason places, really nice churches and cemeteries. A lot of different history to do with the mob and gangsters and running the booze to the States during Prohibition. So I'll show a bunch of that cool shit. I better go a little easy on the mob stuff because, I don't know, I've been making Intellivision Amico videos, and I heard they have a mob that they like to get after people. Shouldn't laugh about that. Tommy's family has a lot of connections. Some of the richest people in the States. What is it? The guy from that band, Aerosmith. And I think once you have some of the richest people in your family, then it's always kind of weird to hear that Tommy Tallarico worked his way up from the bottom. I guess maybe because his family wasn't just giving him a whole ton of money, but it sounds weird when you come from one of the richest families in the country, and then you're saying that you worked your way up from the bottom. But all the power to him. Maybe that's what he did. He just ditched his family and went his own way and made his own living. That is the best way to do it once you're wealthy. Or if you're from a wealthy family, trying to make your own wealth. It's actually bigger of a challenge because people that have no wealth can be more driven to do it, whereas if someone who just has wealth in the family might be too tempted to just be lazy and not do shit. I know I get caught up in the laziness temptation a lot too. So I was hoping that I could use podcasting and streaming daily episodes of video game shows to try to get a new routine established. Or at least I'm creating something and not just being completely destructive. Sit around playing video games and your life can be too destructive if you don't balance it with some creation. Or working out, building up goals in real life, something at the same time. Yeah, maybe tomorrow's episode, I'll try to chill. I'm getting upset about oil. Sorry to get so upset about the oil, guys. Early in the morning, it was just bringing back the post-traumatic stress of that fucking pile of items that I couldn't pick up. No, it's funny, after I had that horrible occurrence happen where someone picked up all the items because I couldn't pick them up fast enough, then I would go to sleep and I would have dreams about someone or finding piles of items in Entropia, then other people coming to get them before I could pick them up. It's like my life was that traumatized by that event. Yeah, let's swing by the strip club, see what they're up to. Hey guys. And I swear to God, this is not what I'll be doing as soon as I turn off the recording. Alright, thanks for watching the show today, everyone. We'll get a little bit of partying action going. I don't remember what I was going to make the screenshot for today. I'll have to find something within the episode. Alright, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I mentioned I forgot to mention the cool t-shirts that I got. The finishing quick is my specialty, so check the links for those below. There's a Society 6 link that you can also create your own store, make your own cool shirts. Then if you want a discount when you buy the shirts, just sign up for the Swagbucks link below. Gets you a discount not only at Society 6, but also eBay, Amazon, Alibaba, all the cool places online. And yeah, if you want to get paid to be a gamer, there's GameKit, but there's also Entropia Partners. I recommend Entropia Partners more because they'll pay you in PED, so you can start getting some extra flow into the game. If anyone's a player that's doing sweating and watching my videos on how to make free stuff for Entropia, don't miss out on Entropia Partners. It'll make you way more PED than any other method I've shown you. Alright, so yeah, thanks for that. And what else was there? Oh yeah, the sex machine. If you want to check out the links for that, it's like a new video game sex machine, similar to the futuristic technology you've seen on that movie, the one with Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock. Yeah, so if you want to get that, and so far guys, or ladies, sorry, it's just for guys, but if you need a sex machine, you know who to call. No, I'm just kidding. Unless you're near Toronto. But anyways, yeah, let's continue. If anything gets into your vaporizer, let's see, if you happen to get some narc, and you consume the narc, and you have narc diarrhea, and it gets into your vaporizer via PED, or porcupine explosive diarrhea, or projectile explosive. Anyways, if that gets into your vaporizer and it tastes like narc shit, well, give the video a dislike. But if it doesn't happen, please, if you could help out with likes, guys, that really helps the algorithm, I guess. So I've heard. Alright, so take care, and oh yeah, make sure you never buy the products from my sponsor, because it will ruin your life. Bye for now. See you tomorrow. God willing. Don't forget to sub. If you're a new viewer, hit the notifications. And I'll get YouTube to recommend something. They always recommend good shit. Or do they?